David and Joe Bent are windmill potty. They got married in one, work in another, have a windmill at the bottom of their garden, and spend their spare time in this splendid edifice. Sibsey Trader Mill towers 75 feet and 3 inches above the Lincolnshire fens. But David takes 5 flights of stairs like a mountain goat. He's going to the top, this lad. What is it about windmills that fascinates you so much?
I don't really know. It's the early engineering, it's the fact that you're getting something for nothing.
Yes, that's interesting.
Yes. It's just the whole thing about windmills. I mean, I operated a watermill for a day and I got so bored and I just kind of started to read a book or something. There's always something happening in a windmill.
Not always what you need, though. The wind had switched to the southwest overnight and chewed up the gears on the fantail. The miller had to move 15 tons by hand to get things started, and then it was chocks away.
I mean, it was not derelict, it was just neglected for about 20 years or so, presumably because English Heritage didn't have the money to restore it. And I saw it in about 1970. And
first impression?
I wish I could do something with it, but I didn't have the money, or obviously I didn't own it.
No.
So about 1980, it was restored to full working order, and I kind of scratched on the English Heritage door to say, can I do something with it? And they said, oh no, too dangerous, can't do that.
The mill had closed down in 1955, by which time it was producing animal feeds. A far cry from the heyday of the late 1800s, when every village had 2 or 3 windmills. Some millers baked the bread themselves, others were publicans. Either way, pillars of society. Well, the Bents kept on at English Heritage, who finally agreed to let them mill again. David does it for a living, incidentally, at Green's Mill in Nottingham.
They definitely seemed like the genuine article. Both Joe and David seemed very keen and enthusiastic. So it was, as I say, good to see somebody who was actually keen to actually get the monument working.
And you've had a lot of people come around to see it, haven't you?
We have indeed. There have been 4 milling days this year, and they have all been very successful.
David and I both felt equally that, wow, what a beautiful discovery it was to find out only 10 miles away from where we live.
Yes.
We had an actually fully restored windmill that we didn't know of at the time. And
wasn't even being
couldn't,
used.
yeah, we couldn't understand why it was shut, and we were going to prove to them that it was, well, just going to catch the visitors that they said they didn't ever have. And the way to do that would be to set the sails on going, set the sails going. Yeah, start milling.
And what did it prove? How many people did you get along?
Well, we got 96 on the first session, and they told us we'd get 4 if we were lucky.
Anything special about it?
It's organically grown. That's the...
Oh, very good. It makes me feel better. And there we go. I'll tell you what, David, it's dusty down here, isn't it?
It is, yeah. The old millers used to suffer quite badly from bad lungs and
I bet they did,
asthma.
Yes, yeah. Now, the wind must be up to, what, 25 miles an hour, something like that?
Yeah. We're spilling a lot of it on the sails, so it's quite strong.
Now, would you say that is a perfect wind speed, or, could you do with 40 miles an hour?
Yeah. It doesn't really matter what strength the mill runs at, so long as it's at a constant speed. That's the main thing. Anything over about 12, 15 miles an hour, up to about 40 miles an hour, is fine.
Who was the driving force behind Trader Mill? Was it you?
Yes, I think it was. It's like a miller's wife, when she gets her heart set on anything, be it the miller or be it the windmill she's found, will be as stubborn and obstinate as I don't know.
Yes, she's that too. In fact, Jo's well and truly infected with her husband's secret passion. But then Trader, with its 6 sails and onion-shaped cap, so typical of Lincolnshire, is rather special.
If the more of the foreigners were keen and showed they were keen to adapt to the Lincolnshire style of life, and on the other hand, if more of the Lincolnshire people were keen to open their doors and open their styles of life to adapting to the foreigner's style of life, you get more of an integrated, happier community. And thank God that's starting in Swineshead.
The couple who met at Green's Mill and had their wedding reception there live 50 miles away here at Swineshead in a converted animal feeds warehouse. Interesting garden shed though.
This was the only one that was available that I could afford in 1983.
And how much did it cost?
About £10,000.
10,000. Was that a good price, do you think?
I think so, yes.
North End Mill was on the Ordnance Survey map in 1815, but the rot set in 1935 when one of the sails blew off and the fantail collapsed. A grant of £2,000 from Boston Borough Council helped David to clean up the inside, but the couple still need £25,000 to restore the rest. And then what? Are they going to live in it?
No, I'd work it. I have it as a tourist attraction and work it as like at Sibsey.
What do you think of people who turn windmills into homes though?
Pass, I'd rather not say in public, if you don't mind.